I cannot fucking believe that we beat the password game. Why do people want to make their first and last name their password? All my calls are failing the password game. Oh no. Cool. The first like on my tweet was of sex is great and all. My first like was a porn account, porn bot. Because, you know, functioning website. Anyway. Stretchies. Functioning website that's not dying. Chloe, hi. You just missed me scream at 110 decibels. No joke. Either 100 or 110, but given that my throat kind of hurts now, I'm going to assume it was 110. Oh yeah, when we ended last, we kind of ended at an awkward point where I just found my car. And, like, I had the realization that it is my car. And Kim was very gentle with me. I kind of hope I don't have too much longer of this game. Not because I'm not enjoying it, but because it's clearly kind of, like... We're getting to a point that it's kind of affecting numbers a little bit. And, you know, I especially don't want that to happen now. I've already kind of accepted that this probably isn't going to be the partner push that I want, but that's fine. There's stuff in the car. I know. I just wanted to click on the dots. Explore the car? Not yet. That should be near the car. Won't tell me. It's in the car, but, like, don't spoil it. Elysium commander's jacket, which means I was a commander. Younger version of you already disintegrating inside, but still presentable on the outside. No game audio, what? There you go. Now there's game audio.
At least something good came out of all this.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct. The man keeps winking at you with his green-gray eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. Good choice. A newer photo would look different. 8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good-looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns. What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you.
Hi, Marcy.
Now. It looks better on him because he isn't in as much pain while producing it as you are now. Although there's already a hint of that pain, certainly. Don't be fooled. The bad times have already begun.
Oh, Marcy, I just finished it. It's the worst shit ever.
The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You
But
see
also,
lines of information on it.
Beating it made me scream at 110 decibels, so...
Harrier. That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't. It's a wartime name, revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times, like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you, and detective when he's not. The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light.
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
You
The
freighter?
lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant. The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're W. Freighter. There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's decontage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank, in your case, lieutenant.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
That does seem to be what I am. I did average 1 case a week.
Decontage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol citizens' militia. It means counting down to twos.
You
The
don't
lowest rank
outrank
is
him. We're the
junior
same
officer,
rank, right?
Usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kings.
Oh, tell me about your kings, Kim.
Kings like satellite officers and the additionally a freighter rank I already explained. You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite.
Well, no, we're still both lieutenants. I've just declined a promotion twice. But we're still both lieutenants, which means we're the same rank.
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work. It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
He trusts you, for now. Try not to spoil it.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary.
Want to get worse?
Good.
I made him smile! Made Kim
Such a
smile!
small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a fly in amber. It reads,
126205 Jam 41. That's Jamrock Precinct 41. That's Revachol. 126205 is probably the issue date.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure. 4 months
Oh, yeah,
ago,
there's date of issue right there.
I'm guessing
stupid.
that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
the case created a lot of edge you have to take off. The death march.
I mean, it's hard to not fall in love with Kim considering how much of a fuck-up failure you are. Kim feels like he's holding your hand and guiding you through this gently, which, you know, like, is like, if you think about yourself in that situation, that's what you'd want somebody to do. Like, the Kim shows that the best thing you can do for anybody on the planet is just to extend them kindness in their darkest moments.
A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you. Of that you are sure.
I remember that time.
You don't have to,
That was a
like,
good
baby them
time.
either. You
We
can
had a
assume
good
competence of
work-rate
them, but you
balance
have to
going.
extend them a kind of
What happened,
kindness.
man? Pump it up.
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41. Like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor. A lot of asphalt. The 41st is... It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is.
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks. But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse
to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiaeva.
The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Him is pretty good. Have to admit, I quite like him. Like I said, I'm loving this game a lot. I just kind of hope it ends soon because I feel like it's getting a little boring for people to watch. Yeah, almost looking halfway professional.
It's only a red chair. Just a red chair in an empty shack, with what looked like a dusty bow tie on the shelf. Nothing to see here, right?
In someone's abandoned shack. On the coast. In Martinez. In Ravachol.
He's afraid you've forgotten suddenly.
Nothing. It's just a piece of furniture.
Red paint is peeling off it. Looks like blood, no?
Bow tie, +2 drama. Wait, does that go in my hair? Or does that go in... That'd be a hat? No. So putting that on would kill the necktie, right? Because if you take the necktie off, it stops being a character. Which I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hate. Because I'd like the necktie to be a character that I can decide to take on and off when I want, but, you know. It's also like saying, oh, I wish my friends would just let me decide when I don't and when I do want them in my life. You can put it back on, but apparently it kills the character. That's what somebody in chat said. They said if you ever take off the necktie, it stops being a character. What? Oh, you can go up through here? The fuck? Why can't I just step over this? Quick travel unlocked fisherman shacks? I didn't realize quick travel was a thing.
And put your hand on the garish necktie.
That bottle, Bratan! Just look at that bottle!
In this drunk's hand, on the pipe there, glowing blue, a mysterious, otherworldly blue, filled to the brim with holy mysteries. It's hard to know what exactly your vivid interior is speaking of here, but I'm guessing it's got a lot of alcohol in it.
You should care! I'm getting a very special vibe from that bottle. Please go talk to him. I need to look at it closer.
No. Fuck you, necktie. I mean, I'm not that worried about it. I don't have a reason to put on the bow tie now, but I'm just going off what I was told. What is that? Oh. Cavalry boots. I'm in the fisherman shacks. So many people to talk to, I don't even know who to start with yet. So up here should be the church somewhere. Yeah, that one's not mine. Okay, yeah.
Mother, can I play watch_dogs? I want to play watch_dogs.
The bad news is they only had one nitro. Good news is I got other goodies.
Think. You will not play Watch Dogs. Think.
Girl come delivery.
No girl come delivery. Gatorade's fine.
And I got extra treat.
That one you can put, you can have this as well. With the goodies, I'm not gonna eat it. Without the goodies, it would have. But it does have pickles on it, though. Gosh. It does have pickles on it.
Okay.
I'll put that right here. For Borger? Yeah, chat. Or where's chat's Borger?
Chat, they were all out of burgers, I'm sorry. But there was a really hot goth girl behind the counter.
Really? Cool.
Appeared everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, my new license is here.
Wahoo.
I was just wondering today when this was gonna get here. Oh, they changed the way licenses look.
Wait, your name is Harry?
Yeah, right there, Harry Dubois.
Huh.
Yeah, I haven't gotten it legally changed yet. You know, I used to be a major alcoholic.
You're muted, right? On Zoom?
Yeah, no, I muted. Don't worry.
Okay, good. I wouldn't want you to dox yourself in front of chat.
Yeah, no, here in Kearney, Nebraska, I used to be a major
Hey, someone
alcoholic.
just said your dead name in chat. Ban that person.
Yeah,
Mods
mods ban
ban
that person. Mods, please ban that person.
Don't actually, it's a pain. Actually ban someone.
Yeah, they can't.
No, you can ban another mod.
Oh, well, yeah, don't then.
That's me.
Cool. Barely conscious, but I hope this is a bit. It is.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
Don't have anybody I need to call. It's the church. That doesn't look like a church to me. That's why I asked. Okay, now it does. Now they can see this side a little bit.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
I didn't even find a gun in there.
Probably something that is no longer there.
My interfacing is only 3. Psh, bet I could do it. Bye, Bray. I get this weird, like... I like how the white polo shirt gives you +1 to rhetoric, but -1 empathy. Because it's what fucking rich dude bros wear when they want to debate whether or not certain people have the right to exist. Cunts. Anyway, I like, or I get this weird, like, my brain wants to call it separation anxiety, but that's not the right word. I get this weird fear, though, in this game, when I go to a new place, that, like, there's so many people to talk to, and, like, I'm afraid to talk to any of them, because what if I'm there talking to them for the next, like, 5 hours? I don't know how to explain. Like, I'm scared of everybody. I don't want to talk to anybody. Kind of FOMO. I bet the scarf also becomes a character. Question is, why was there a scarf all the way out here? Yeah, walking around doesn't take time, right? Like, this hasn't actually moved, I think. I do like cum. Well, at least I can explore around without wasting time then.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
No, I have Gatorades. It's okay. You can have the girl come on. Why'd you come in here without a shirt on?
I went over here.
Looks like a beer. Like, it looks like a lager.
What have you offered?
I know you did. I mean, she has a bra on, but yeah.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
Might be a clue.
A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on unsuspecting jacket?
Could have been multiple.
You should still take it.
Okay. Why? Why do I even have this? Why is this a thing? Why can't I interact with it?
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound. It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it? Some secrets are better left uncovered. Don't even try. Seriously.
Nah,
It
I wanna
occurs
know.
to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it. It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore. Why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck. Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out. An intricate... It still kind of looks... As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound. There is no why.
Okay. Cool. Just an item that hurts you. God, I hate the sound for tare, for like paper tare. Or tear or whatever. The like noise. It's like too loud and too close to the mic. I don't actually have an unlearn command, but welcome back. I should make an unlearn command that's just a reference to Altered Beast. The like, rise from your grave, that thing. Am I old? Does anybody know what Altered Beast is? Am I just old? You don't usually walk around topless. I was confused. I'm not a sandile!
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
I actually know it from the GBA remake because, so when I was a kid, I had a laptop, but it couldn't run games very well, and I also didn't have the money for games. So, this is actually how I got into other Metroid games other than Zero Mission. But yeah, I had like a folder of like 30 different GBA ROMs and Visual Boy Advance, and that was just like the games I played for like a year. Like that was it. I just played a bunch of GBA games very slowly on an emulator on a computer. That was just video games for me for like a year. Was these just like 30 some GBA games. Honestly, it was a really good time for me as a kid. It taught me a lot about like making do with what I have because I couldn't get any more games, but it also like let me appreciate classics a lot. I'm really glad that I did that, to be honest.
It doesn't help.
Kiss my ass. What are you on?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency, that faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear. The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Eyes up, detective. Something's not right here.
The dead guy. Right there.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin. 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness. Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads, Shish Kebab Revachol. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief.
No, I agree. Fuck Rome. For different reasons, but yeah, fuck Rome. Alright, let's talk to the dead guy.
A man lies on the boardwalk. His
Oh, I
limbs
just
bent
hate
and
that
neck turned
image.
At an unnatural angle.
I hate that
Right
image
next
of
to
him.
is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper.
Jesus
Half
Christ.
of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted
I'm so sorry,
like
Marcy.
a sad puppet. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
+2, Marcy. Yeah, it gets worse. It gets way worse. Keep us updated. I want to see how far you get. Do not feel bad if you have to give up. I don't think I would have been able to do it without chat. There is a thing to help you later. If you get to a point where you just cannot do it. There's one of them that I think is like impossible to do if you're not a streamer. With like a chat to back you up.
Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made.
Yeah, they did. It's not impossible. You saw me beat it.
You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
It just took me 2 hours.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole.
The last bit used to be time, Lily, and you had 2 minutes to do the thing.
Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine, or 1.5 of spirits.
So he fell and died.
His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shine.
He fell,
on
hit his head on this,
mustache.
and probably just
His
instantly
eyes,
died.
empty and wide.
Didn't
look
even know he
frightening
died.
In their frozen gaze. He was confused when he died. Confused and alone, most likely. Overcome with the awful surprise of it all. He was just about to head home. The first step back home proved to be his last.
It is the most useful thing that he's ever said.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist. A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. This is where he came out of himself, drop by drop, when he was unconscious. It took 3, maybe 4 minutes.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks.
One
beneath
step and
your
that's all it
feet.
takes. You just die.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside. It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself, have a good time.
Tear all around us. I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time. It's not proper.
True. It feels disrespectful. Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall. The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too?
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario, even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
In a ditch off a road below the 881, he thinks. A young father. Then he shakes his head to make the memory stop.
I really wish this was not the first thing I found, basically. Because I've told this story on stream before, but I saw somebody die in real life basically this exact same way. Not like, I wasn't like close to them or anything, it was just a homeless guy, but like I watched him freeze to death outside my window and realized he was freezing to death until he was already dead and an ambulance had been called. Ooh. Oof.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Looks like one of the locals. You'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
I would say basically
At
the
least
same
this
thing.
man knew how to party.
Shut the
Imagine
fuck
a
up,
sane scene
electrochemistry.
without the bottle. Now that would be just sad. This is an omen, a sign from above. Don't start drinking again.
Well, at least you're not married.
Or, what if you are?
But let's try to not run ahead. For now, all we know is that he's an unidentified middle-aged man found dead on the
Yeah, I
Martinez
can't
boardwalk.
move.
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive. No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident, unrelated to the murder case.
Yes, but what if there's a killer on the loose? 2 suspicious deaths in such a short time frame.
Without any further evidence, yes. Oh yes. Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure. What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the box. They'll seal this place
Not
off
yet.
after
That's
the
the
news
next game.
reaches the coalition officials.
Copium.
I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean. It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question
Yeah, that's why I
of
said copium.
identifying the body. From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
Yeah, I'm okay.
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work. Good call. The guys at processing can take care of the rest. Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central General Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires
I can't
July
stop.
53. Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve.
We love solving
by M.
crimes.
Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too. If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Mejean.
There's some tear.
God, that's fucking sad. Jesus. Hi, Doppel. You missed me screaming at 110 decibels and then finding a dead body.
Especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Heilostam. You must be Kim Kitsuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building.
How do you know?
Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Nice to meet you.
This is gonna sound stupid, but I feel like I have to take that case on the guy on the boardwalk, because... I mean, I didn't do anything for the guy in real life. Couldn't do anything for this guy, but the least I could do is get him some peace.
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
He's just making up fancy words. This doesn't mean anything.
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall. No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into worms lately. But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Hold on. What's R&D? It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken
I
windowsill.
lost by overfeeding. Oh no. Marcy, do you want to go again, or do you want to know some of the other rules? Oh, Marcy.
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore. You're probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
Marcy, one of the rules is that you have to find a YouTube video that's a specific length. Did you know it's like nearly impossible to search YouTube videos by length? So like, without a chat, I don't know how you would have done that.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge
Got it in 2 minutes? Oh, damn. Look at you. 34-minute timer. Well, yeah, but you gotta consider, if your link has a capital D or a capital M, go fuck yourself. Those are Roman numerals for 100 and 1,000. So just finding a video isn't good enough.
They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive
Capital
move to
D,
Revachol,
for the record.
Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve. Or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
I mean, Marcy, it gets stupid. One of the things later is that 30% of your password has to be in Wingding's font. It gets really dumb. There's one with font sizes that's really dumb and tedious. Is this reference to Xerox? There's a real company that he's describing here. There's a real company he's describing that only makes printer stuff now, and I can't remember who it is. But this is like a real company he's describing, and I'm trying really hard to remember who it was.
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer. An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution, revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bringing them to the average consumer. Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
Zam, huh?
He assumes something like a combat stance, facing the wind.
Indeed. What?
Well, it's Zone, but...
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins.
You want to -2 me? And why would I -2 you? Because you're mad? On the side of the text window saying, what does the window look like? What do you mean? Haha, chat. Fishes for bingo? Haha, I see what you did there. Haha, 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 haha.
All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D. Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
Everybody's gonna make fun of me here. He looks like John Fight Club here. Everybody's gonna make fun of me for saying this, but he looks like Jack Fight Club. I said John the first time by accident. He looks like Jack Fight Club here, but with blonde hair. There's like a few frames where he turns back and looks at the camera exactly like this. Well, like the pose and the face a little bit even.
A pleasure wheel?
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory. It's clear he would prefer there were a big wheel lighting up the coast.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was not arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics.
I did not -2, Marcy.
History had other plans. Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers, they used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases, the most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars. What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02. It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bom Becer Ben Solind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree.
I love you, you dumb fish.
I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
Well, what's wrong with Martin Freeman? What's your Martin Free beef?
The kid takes a peek at the...
No, too late, Grak. I know you're a 45-year-old Englishman. I know it.
Already forgetting
I've
about
seen through
this
your
part of
lies.
the discussion.
He's a douchebag? Oh, okay.
Actually, no one
ew.
knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of
Why?
tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware. 10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Womty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje.
Sorry, the what?
We raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Jews joined the team, trying to...
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world.
The Womty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Art.
Jesus.
The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to... In fact, I'm not. The Womty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center.
I don't know who Everett K. Ross is. Where are you if you're not here? I don't think I want to research the Wompty Dumpty Dom Center in my brain noggin.
But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing. Even one would be very useful. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionary.
Because I got the Zombie Mommy Dom Center instead.
Device. So they did.
That's my
The
internalized
failed
thought.
playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07.
Fuck you, Marcy. I know why you DM'd me that. I know what you're trying to get me to do. I'm not dumb. It's happened a lot, Marcy. You know what the worst part is? You know what the worst part is, Marcy? It's happened a lot, but it's happened the most with empathy. I was talking about this yesterday about how it makes me kind of uncomfortable that I'll say something and then empathy will just repeat what I just said, or I will think something and empathy will just say what I'm thinking. It happens by far the most with empathy. I hate it. Oh yeah, you were, sorry.
Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the Felt Playback Experience, but those are incorrect. Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building. But of course, what else? I do have some money, yes, but that's not what's really important here. Oh no, I don't have it on me, officer. I was talking in more general terms. I'm just spending time with my kid here, showing him around the lesser-known parts of our hometown. It wouldn't be wise to carry huge amounts of cash on such expeditions.
Because of people like me?
Not that he would have to worry about being robbed. He looks surprisingly buff. Does he work out?
Oh, Sostanotes, thank you. Well, that's okay. All right, that's put us back above 150 hours. Lynn, to answer your question, hold on.
Oh, dude, 4 strength, 4 stam, leather belt. Level 18.
Bottoms up.
We are
And the
at
double laughs.
1,112 packs. We are less than 100 packs towards the Duke Nukem Forever playthrough.
Let's go!
I'm fucking invincible!
You work
I
out.
do some Lomantang stick fighting now and then. It's an anthropological heritage of the Lomantang people. A martial art of sorts, but what not a lot of books mention is that it also carries a cultural significance among the Lomantangs, as it used to be the best means of showing off to look for a bride, which interestingly enough, brings us to the socio-economic structure of the
Read Black
traditional
Panther
rural
1988, starting
tribes
from number
of
1.
the
Okay.
Romantang Isles, which... But anyway, I'm boring you with details again. You were saying... Lomantang stick fighting is a little like a Berolidin addiction. I've been practicing it for nearly 20 years now, so you could say that my doses have grown a little peculiar.
Wait, what does this man know
Not
about
Muay Thai then?
Berolidon addiction?
Sure. I don't know what that is. Yeah, that is an interesting metaphor, actually.
You got me, detective. But my history should hardly come as a surprise.
Dad's fighting with sticks every night after dinner for 4 hours. He has a special room for that and a special costume.
I don't think it's just practicing martial arts anymore. I think your dad's got a fetish.
That's right, Mikhail. It also has a meditative quality. Helps to clear my head. But anyway.
Every night for 4 hours in a special costume? Brother.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Brother. I think it's weird.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time
Hey,
ago.
Corbin. I'm good.
Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Damn. Harsh. Just the inherent eroticism of martial arts? Yeah, I don't see it. My problem with martial arts is that there's no regulatory body for it in the US. So, like, I could just start a martial arts school and teach you Kyria's martial arts, and nobody can be like, hey, that's, like, incorrect in your, like, you know, that's, like, incorrect and you're doing something, like, bad. Like, nobody's gonna do that. Teach me how to do a tatsu? Okay, first you get on your knees.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez sense. Grim affairs. Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days.
You do Kamehameha? Of course I can. Yeah, because my voice got called hot. That's not true.
The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution. The destructive power of such tools proved to be too much. We do need to retain some humanity in this world.
calculus. That's it. That's all I have for visual calculus, huh? All right. Fuck it.
Scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked
Low
wall.
roll, baby.
A row
Let's
of ghostly shapes
go!
stand facing the wall. There are many of them, a dozen at least. Their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. No sound. No movement.
Oh wait, no, this
10
seems very
meters
sad.
away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner. Automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side. Snowflakes fall on the wooden planks and the surrounding sand dunes, covering the land with the white of innocence. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. Not a trace remains. The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed. A host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes. They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background. Ordinary people, familiar, each and every one of them. Comrades, the forsaken, the wretched, who tried to rise against the horrors of the world. 7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one? The commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air, the lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
I don't know. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists put to death.
Now I wish I hadn't
during
done the
stretch
check
of
just because
conflict
this is
by the
fucking
coalition
dark.
forces. Another likely scenario.
Or maybe...
Yeah. It's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here.
The
Violet.
Yarg
You were always the last
1342
ones
says
against the wall.
hi.
To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was the commandant, the superior giving the orders.
A cold sea wind blows away the figures.
Jesus Christ, okay. Got all excited about my win. Now I'm just sitting here like, now I wish I hadn't. The horrors of war and all that. Yeah, sad yippies, exactly. I bet this is the husband. that I'm looking for.
Here we go.
Yep.
Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly.
Is that number
He looks
moving?
like
I feel like it's not.
Scientist.
I feel like it's been 879 every time somebody has done it. Okay, no, it's moving.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Gary the crypto fascist. Oh, good. Oh, good.
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it. To what do I owe the pleasure? Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881. You broke the water lock with a motor carriage? There was a billboard in the canal, not a vehicle. It said Samaran Butter.
Yeah, no, that was still me.
Did he say we can go back now?
Crikey, mate.
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
For all his passion, this man is diligent and patient. You could learn things from him.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it. Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also
Not me, I would fuck the
developed other
soundbird.
specialized techniques to protect itself from predators or scientists in our present case.
I've expressed interest in Garuda Final Fantasy XIV before.
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defenses that allow it to interfere.
Yeah, I'm probably
with
going to play
enemy
Final
perception,
Fantasy 16 after I've beaten all these like big
impeding
games I have.
confusing
I wasn't gonna,
visual
but since you have it, I mean, I can just play it through you, I think. Can you try that actually? Can you try launching the game from my account just to make sure I can? Or have you already done that?
But I cannot describe how these defenses work.
I know you
much
can play
less
games from
how
my
they
account, but that
evolve,
might be, it
without
might not go the
studying
other
a
way
live
around.
specimen.
I don't know either, but I can imagine some ways, so I don't know. I would just check just in case.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect there's something paranatural about this phasmid.
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
Seems puny, to be honest.
Shut up, physical instrument.
typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of my, of any, cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defenses, find out how it stayed hidden so long,
Checked, it worked.
would be glory itself.
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No
Does
one's
it
ever
understand that thing where you
captured
go,
a
yeah, I could
specimen.
fight it? No, I know.
All
That's
our
why I'm telling him to
information
shut
is
up.
based on first and third-hand accounts.
Hold on. License away before I lose it somehow. Lucky chat. Yep, okay, cool. Okay, here we go.
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
Kim is so badly like, don't say anything, don't say anything, don't say. Like, he doesn't want to engage in this so bad because he knows how much he thinks it's bullshit, but at the same time, he's like, so stupid.
I know it's real.
Even he seems taken aback by
By
it.
which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
What would it be like to grasp and hold onto something you think is next to you, or just behind you, like a trace of vapor you exhaled one spring morning as a child? This is what he's searching for, a spectre.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's
You don't
what
think the
brought
teenagers
us
here
to
would fuck with you?
Martinez specifically.
Martinez, that shit sounds like mayo.
It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore. I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient.
Me too. I love some
After all,
Martinez on my tuna
it's
salad.
generally thought
Like,
to
it
be
really does sound
capable
like some kind of
of
condiment.
parthenogenesis. Yes, the females don't need males to reproduce.
Even Encyclopedia doesn't know.
Makes it easier for a species to survive.
Are
in
these
adverse
actually
conditions.
roles? Like, can you actually succeed and fail at these? Are they actual roles? Would this have been something different if I had had a high enough encyclopedia? It's just, sometimes they seem like there's no other, like, it seems like they couldn't even have a failure state. That's why I get, that's why I'm like, some of them, like, they don't even seem like they could be anything but a pass. Crime against passion and common sense.
Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
There's nothing dispassionate about the way he talks about the insect.
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
He seems reluctant to talk about himself, but he'll open up, if you prod a little.
It's not child's play, just because I have to trade through the mud every so often. No, very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid. of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemney, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes.
So over
2
half.
are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection. Yes, the Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Grad, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves. More so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
Can I be brutally honest and maybe give it a hot take?
Cryptozoology is the only pog form of crypto.
Yeah, basically that. I was gonna say, can I be brutally honest and give maybe a hot take here? Cryptozoology is fine, as long as you don't as long as you're not like hurting anybody with how you research it or disturbing any natural areas. Like you just think Bigfoot is real. All right, that's fine. Like you're wrong probably, but like that's fine. People who ruin their brains with it, like, you know, that's a different thing. But people can ruin their brains with anything. Don't do racism as a part of it. Don't do, like, fucking up land, like, you know, like, land that belongs to, like, natives as a part of it or whatever. If you're just a guy who's like, nah, I'm pretty sure Bigfoot's real, and, like, lives out in, like, the Colorado mountains or something, like, all right, that's fine. You're allowed. I think everybody should have, like, one little, like, absurd thing they believe. Like, I've got a little absurd thing I believe, which is that, like a lot of, like, conspiracy theories, like, not all of them, and not even, like, not even most of them, but a lot of the conspiracy theories that have been around forever, they're probably rooted in, like, some form of truth. Not, like, really bad, not, like, or really true, rather, but, like, you know, like, the like, if you hear shit about, like, the fucking, like, Illuminati or whatever, right? Obviously now that's gotten turned into, like, weird anti-Jewish Zionist stuff or whatever, right? But there probably was, like, a group at some point who was just like, ha ha ha, we're, like, the dude's in charge. They're just having a little fun with it. Like, you know, like, there's probably, like, a very small, very, very small seed of truth in, like, the beginning of most conspiracy theories. Not most, actually, but, like, some. I shouldn't say most, because a lot of them are just racism, but not like the racist ones. Not like the racist or the Zionist ones. Or anti-Zionist, whatever, the anti-Jewish ones. Like the Masons? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they sure did. They sure did. You know what? I'm gonna nod approvingly to this guy's stuff.
Indeed.
You're allowed to
If
think
our
whatever you
expedition
think.
is successful, every paper in the world will report on it, from Revachol to Duchantu.
Also, chat with
zoological miracle.
Chat with the game's time progressing. If I just like sit here, will this time go up, or is it only when I click on something? It's not actually progressing while I'm like waiting for this, right? No, MK Ultra was super real. It just had no like results. Okay, cool. I thought so, but I just wanted to make sure.
Stand up. Electricity. Sounds like reeds hissing.
Real. I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does. Indeed, my methods do not differ from other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence. And I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
Your nerve endings tell you there is no such thing as a positive surprise.
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid, although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying. Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that
I don't know.
brought us
I think
there.
cryptozoology is fun. As long as you don't ruin your brain with it, I think it's fun. Bigfoot's real. Mothman is real, and I'm going to fuck him.
Yes?
Just to prove I did.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Gonna make a porno with the Mothman.
Yes. Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can't get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
Like the Mothman from Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Yeah, same. Why do they think they know what this thing looks like?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm.
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought. Yes. What? And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
Come on, Morale. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps.
I'm very scared to talk to Gary.
Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
Won't let Lena down? Sounds like the cryptozoologist's wife shares a special connection to the phasmid somehow.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers. Yes, that's how we first came to know one another, in fact.
They were the
That's
two
her story to
teenagers.
tell, not mine.
They were the two teenagers, weren't
Needless
they?
to say, you must ask her about the mysterious phasmid.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now. No. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve?
Yeah, same, PK.
While we were sipping tea at the hostel.
He's dead set on this.
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
I'm all in with this cryptid shit. I'm hooked.
Caught the bug, I see. It's easier to get caught up in the search than you'd imagine. There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near.
I'm
Another
paused
was
up,
set
dude.
in Land's End.
Paused up with the bug.
It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church. The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab.
I wonder what unknowable bugs I'm gonna catch today.
And among them,
I'm so sorry.
you should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry. Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
This is totally the type of game where I will find it and then it'll die before I get to him, or it'll escape or something like that.
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed. It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
Lay it on me thick.
This is the smell of dying reeds, of longing crumbling into the water. It's not so different from the putrefaction of the hanged man, actually.
I hope you're not buying this. He dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own
Hey, don't be mean to
research.
Kim. I'll give up on this entirely.
Right, which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Whatever he thinks about this detour, it's clear that these men are exhausted and in need of assistance.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask. We'll be gone once you get to it.
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you'll have time for that later too. But what if the information is vital? On the hunt.
No, I'll ask about that later.
That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water. Nothing. Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there, by the old boy bobbing in the water. Time to go.
What? What was that? What is he talking about? Did I just fucking miss something? What buoy is he talking about that?
I'm Gary. Very generous of you to help us out, officer.
No, it wasn't Inland Empire, I think. I already forgot.
Yellowland.
No, it was Empathy, I
mean,
think.
Officer?
Oh my god, Jesus. Alright, cool, he's racist
The
too.
lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow.
It was Inland? Oh, okay.
That sounds awfully familiar. Something to keep in mind for later.
No, it's
I'm
not.
just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization. I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here. Oh, I've been tempted. But someone has to stay strong for Revocol.
He pronounces Revocol with a hard...
I was gonna say, I noticed he
unlike
pronounced it
other
wrong.
I like to pronounce it the hard way. The old way. The Vespertine way.
He winks at you, trying to relay some hidden message, inviting you to mispronounce it too, perhaps. It's odd. It's a secret rite. A very fringe nationalist handshake, probably.
Yeah, he is like Caesar's Legion.
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that.
So you do know something about it?
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here knows that. I'm just glad to hear you're looking into it. That's all.
He's not feeling very comfy in his clothes, is he? Strange.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sail. I meant no offense, truly.
Okay.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next racist will be a really good one? Well, this is that racist.
Yeah?
Hey, man, all I meant was there are not many Sealites around here. I'm just stating a fact.
You have a problem with them?
No, no problem at all. My mug? Why would you think that?
His eyes widen at the sight of the mug. He's seen it before, all right.
I may have had a similar looking mug in the past. That's all. Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel.
No, I definitely am
I
still crazy
shouldn't
for
have,
that.
And I am very sorry, officer. You're not going to find me, are you? Oh, God. 250? How am I gonna pay that? Okay.
It's, in a way, admirable how quickly he composes himself after such a blow. This man digs authority, even when it's bullying him.
Fucking bootlicker, Jesus.
And I'll never do it again. I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's price dumping us out of competition.
Is that a racial slur in this universe? I don't know.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info.
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Yeah, so
I was
explain.
only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know? Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly. Okay, I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
Oh, I
As
hate
he
this man
shifts
so
uncomfortably,
much.
a
What the fuck
series
was
of
that
clicks,
noise?
Like the clinking of glass beads against one another as they roll across a hardwood floor. You've heard this sound before, but where?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services, CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
It was just very loud.
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell.
Is this
And
also a slur, or
Chileans
is this
run it
just a
like
name? I don't
mob.
know.
I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
What sound? Really? There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds, though. Insects, trash. Could be the wind shifting some garbage nearby.
Every day, the wind shifts the reeds and whatever was left in them. Tambourines and condom wrappers, plastic and glass bottles, the smell of decay.
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
There's something going on here. You should observe him more closely after this topic is concluded.
What? I haven't the slightest. There's
Every day, the wind.
Officer, please. I was only cleaning. Then I can. Okay.
Right.
Exactly.
As he shifts uncomfortably,
God damn it.
a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads.
I hope I can help your investigation. In my small way.
Don't be so relieved yet, Gary. This bad cop may have been in your apartment, admiring your mug collection. Perhaps a little intimidation?
Sure do, officer.
His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going.
Well, no, because he hasn't been home. On one hand, I want to tell him because I don't want to work for Everett. On the other hand, I don't really give a shit if this guy gets roughed up. I'm gonna be honest with you. If this guy gets roughed up, I don't really give a shit. I'm not gonna sob any tears.
Mr. Everard? So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, please tell him we're good. No, tell him I'll make it up to him. What have I done? He'll send the muscle after me.
As he lowers his tone, he hunches his back.
Nod grimly. I do kind of want to just scare the shit out of him. Yeah, fuck it.
Of course. I won't do it again. If there's anything I can do to assist you, or the Union, just ask, okay? I'll try to help if I can.
What a pathetic piece of
This
shit.
scared him proper. He's positively melting from fear. Has to prop himself up with a lot of anger to keep it together.
The weather vane has turned. He cannot be unturned.
He clearly liked his squirming. He may even have changed his mind
Scared
about
him
the
with
whole
apartment.
door opening operation.
Alright, if I fail this is bullshit, so I'm just gonna...
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath. Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
Uh-huh.
This shame is surprisingly sincere.
Gary, what's going on?
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
No.
I like how they present this fascist as so fucking pathetic. Hey, Jelly.
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling. So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground.
He's just
cleaning up
sniveling
there,
and pathetic, dude.
I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here. Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Sealite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. most of them sided with the king when...
It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does not belie emotions. He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat.
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you, but...
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
I'll explain later. I always thought it was the Union, but I sure as hell won't go around saying that anymore. You have my word. I don't know, and I won't be running my mouth on this subject anymore. Yes,
fuck you, pathetic
absolutely.
little fascist.
I will never do anything like this again. I won't mess with Mr. Clare either. You have my word. No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
Well, now I have 2 pieces of armor. Wait, what does that look like under there? Oh my god! That's proper big. Look at me, Ma, I'm proper big. Armor cop. Wait, what?
The bullet is still
Oh,
safely sealed
I have to
away
put another
in a
point in the
plastic
hand-eye.
bag bearing the RCM stamp.
I have 4 points. Fuck it. I can stand to lose one. Try it.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic. You can't remember what happened.
Yeah. I gotta finish doing that bullet. Do I have anything else that helps with hand-eye? I don't think I do, but... Drama... I don't have anything that helps with hand-eye. Fuck. I'm afraid to level it up one more. Because if I fail it then I'm fucked. Like, I can't level it up past that, so it'll be like the coat where I just can't ever... like, that's it, I'm fucked. So I don't know what to do. Where's the dumbass trap that he wants me to check? Is it this?
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring. Behind you, the ruins of a residential building loom over the reeds. They whisper amongst themselves, confidentially. Snowflakes cling to their shivering stems. When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing obscured the freshly painted facades. Nowhere for drunks and adventurous teenagers to hide. Now only the wind blows. Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, One down. 3 to go.
It'll be in the next one, surely.
Anyway, the air is nice and fresh here.
Behind you, the ruins of a resident. When this behind
Nope,
you,
stop.
when this
Oh, they're gone already. Okay.
This is the trap Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality. The reeds by the abandoned campsite sway and tremble while the snow falls all around. It's good the cryptozoologists left. This isn't a very cozy place to stay night after night. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange.
What
somehow.
Hi, Summer. Lutathon's going well.
47
This
just
track is
resubscribed
also
for
full of
19
panicked
months.
locals.
Nice to
How's
see
the
you.
No
Lutathon going?
sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Another empty trap. Always up for a good jog. Otherwise, would I still be on this case with you?
Where's the next one? Could be up around here somewhere. Thank you for the resub as well.
This trap's not too hard to spot, once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not
Shower
been
time for
a
Sweaty
priority
Samus.
for the
Alright, let me pull up my
cryptozoologists.
tongue. Come on, I don't got all the way.
The reeds shake sadly in the coastal breeze. Snow specks the stalks. Most of it melts quickly. The reeds seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year. Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Cringe.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we are done. Of course. Noted.
Nothing has changed about it.
Hammer and butter, set of tracks, rhetoric, specialization. A lot of white checks to retry. I feel like I should do this since I'm never going to come back here.
An old door, worn by element.
I've got to have something that helps interfacing, right? Some kind of clothing. I might already be wearing it. I have an interfacing +1 right now.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. You rattle the handle a bit, then push on the door with all your weight. It does not budge. Not only is it locked, it's also jammed shut.
We don't get in there.
We get into, like, everywhere.
Frankly, you're just going to have to accept the fact that you can't get in through every single door.
No. We've gotten into every door thus far. That's what we do. We open doors. We're cops. That's our perk. Even Everard knew that's a part of our MO.
Accept it.
Yeah, I understand you. I like opening doors as much as the next guy. But this one is simply beyond repair, and we don't have the resources needed to open it. Relax. No one's hiding in there. If we can't open it, others can't either. And thus they can't get in.
Damn it. I was hoping. Maybe somewhere out there in this crazy mixed up universe of ours, there'd still be just a little place where I could open that door. Well, in that case...
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood. The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. Two large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold. The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch. Nothing happens, only the sound of the padlock rattling against the door.
I don't think that's going to work.
The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. You see a yellow circle with two X's and a big
Called
curve
Albuquerque?
below them
No,
that
called
looks like a
Revachol. Have you
mouth.
not been paying attention?
You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead. He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
Am I asking him what symbol a smiley
No.
face is?
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency. For Revachol ZOC, the moral intern defined junior delinquents as minors between the ages of 10 and 16 who have committed an act in violation of the law. These acts aren't called crimes as they would be for adults. Crimes committed by minors are called delinquent acts. This was part of your officer's exams. I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
Yeah, fuck it.
There's nothing
Give me
like
the
the
sticker.
sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
Sticker in your ledger after the last entry where it belongs? No, on my ledger, right on the cover.
Voila. Looks very modern.
Style your paperwork.
If you really think we should get in there, we need to find some other way. Yes, the pulsing base. An indication of junior delinquency.
Well, how do we get in then? Holy fuck, that's a powder fast. Holy shit. That thing is schmovin'. Oh. Oh, they've all got something. I have 9+ magnesium. This is stupid. I have almost made the amount that I need for the day. I have made the amount that I need for the day. You're fine. Hopefully that stuff went well.
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow, too barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
So writing the high from you winning the password game, honestly, same.
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
We should ask that girl on the ice what's going on here.
It is very pretty. Hi, Allie.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out. Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Hell yeah, brother. Trace of ether? What is ether?
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Welshi tape player, nodding along to the music.
He definitely isn't holding that up. He looks like he's supposed to be, but he definitely isn't.
As though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secrets.
Hardcore! It's hardcore! Skibbity, skibberdanger. I am the rearranger.
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think? The young man with...
This is hardcore. Hardcore! Yeah! Lakierski, materialski.
Oh, now I've got to figure it out.
Jam. Hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All core! All right! Yeah!
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really?
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet, so you don't know what to say.
I am the mic enforcer. I am the chick's checker. Yeah!
Fuck! How do I solve this puzzle?
Be close. True, hard, full, core. Hardcore! Hardcore is internally coherent. Good morning, yeah! 1, 2, 3, Yakokata, the place to be! Yakokata is a hardcore place!
I have to solve Egghead's riddle!
Close. True, hard, hardcore, hardcore is a mega. Here comes the night!
Fuck.
Viclo, true, hardcore. Hardcore is internally coherent. All core, all right, yeah. Gotta get the people going. I'm the party boy. It's my job. Hardcore party 25/7 beyond the winter's orbit style.
I wanna defeat Mr. Egghead's wild ride. If I beat the password game, I can do this!
Here comes the close. True, hardcore, internally all core, all right. Gotta get the people going. Yeah, request. I want everybody as close to the stage as possible.
I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
Hardcore is internally coherent. All core, all right. Gotta get the people. I'm the party boy. 2 on a track. Watch your back. Watch out for the heart attack.
Hey, that happened to me.
We're close. True. Hardcore internally. All core.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore. Ah!
The question is, what is the question? But there was no question.
Fuck!
We're close. True. Hardcore internally coherent. All core.
He furrows his...
The question is, but there was a question?
Fuck! I'm so close. I can feel it.
Hardcore is internally. All core.
He furrows.
Is it though?
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life. We're close. True. Hardcore internally. All.
He furrowed.
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really?
Question is, what is the
No,
question?
but
Yeah!
I'm a bit worried it isn't.
I did it. I fucking did it!
The skin on your back is crawling. For a second, you can't even hear the music.
Kyria T. Gord Gaming.
There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain, right next to the canal. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even
Go!
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore. Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue.
Yeah, I'm Gord Gaming. I'm gaming out of the gourd.
Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
Axe of the Dark, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the graveyard.
It's like it's only.
Oh no, this trans girl? Yeah, I know. We all know Marcy.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
It is, isn't it? I knew it. But how could it become harder core? I know the answer in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If
Remember
this
something,
is not
I'm the
hyper,
police.
How could anything be? No! This is the answer! What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
As your mind works, the beat recedes from your ears. You hear your own blood pulsing through your head, nourishing your thoughts with oxygen. The rhythm is familiar.
Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
Feel the imagination of blood through your head.
Abstract shapes swelling in the foreground have done so in vain. This is a core matter. The answer in the double kick that moves the milliliters through your mind. The dark thud is the source of all rhythm, the inspiration behind mathematics, the hardcore.
I know! So does mine!
But there's something else that hasn't failed you.
I'm the police. Actually, it's more likely to hinder us.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah!
Beat of your heart.
No nation, but transnation! No war, but class war!
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Elysium.
That's just David
She
Bowie.
was a communist, though.
That's just David Bowie.
Yeah! With a rebel yell!
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as fault reading.
Yeah! Revershot imperative!
Unless you were thinking Revershot imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with Eggs yelling. I know what you mean.
Hardcore superstar! I can be a communist. If you want that, do you want me to be a communist?
Please don't turn him into a communist.
Oh yeah, turn him into a communist. Come on, it would be super.
Be a communist, Egghead. The future needs your help. You guess he is a communist now.
I can be a...
Please don't turn him in...
Oh yeah, turn him into a communist.
Don't be a communist.
Come
Wait,
on.
I'm saying, of course be a communist. Alright, he's a communist now.
Communism rules the nation.
Right on, comrade.
The sun! Dark hardcore! Jermaine Egghead!
Basically, yes it is.
Lungs are for love! When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her body. For the world loved her, and she loved it back. Yeah!
Really?
I think so.
Thanks for the story.
Rhymes that keep their secrets will unfold behind the clouds.
Oh, I really want this to work. Come on.
No.
Fuck!
That would be silly. Your body isn't for thinking. It's for robust, wholesome things. Things like discus, javelin, and 400
Alright, I'll
meter
stand up and
hurdles.
do a stretch.
Discus.
Did someone say disco?
Horrific Necktie wants to try again. Let's go!
No.
No! Come on!
Your body.
Did someone say disco?
72%!
All right! Here comes the night!
Nah, dude. Nah, dude.
The large-headed.
Good morning, comrade.
We're fucking doing this!
You know it in
Yeah,
your lungs,
brother.
Pressure should vibrate. In your heart, that's alone. And in your solar plexus, where the hits should land. So does every chordate animal.
What?
Honestly, there's enough physical instrument stuff that, like, having it be up at point is probably just not bad.
Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from?
Capo types already?
I'm sorry, I don't know anything about hypnotic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore.
He feels ashamed. He can't be of more service to the future of dance music.
Gotta make the beats
The
go
young
harder.
man
This is an
falls
official
silent
thing.
with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Fan 8's jam.
Yeah, maybe that street talker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell. That's just an idea.
There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, right next to the canal. A reel of magnetic tape is caught in its branches, like bronze ribbons blowing.
Oh, I know! I know this! I can tell you where it is!
St. G is the boulevard before the canal bridge. The one that takes you to the whirling in rags and the industrial harbour. It's got the lanterns and the...
I knew that! I could have said that!
And the mosaic sidewalk.
Yeah,
But
thanks,
it's all
Shivers.
blocked with that stupid traffic jam right now. Anyway.
Does it?
Anyway, that's all yours to figure out, Copman.
Copman!
Here we Goodbye, Egghead.
Go speak to Andre. I'm just annoyed. I suck at socialising, man. If you go speak to Andre, I'll have time to tune in, get a reading on your side.
The young man picks up a thin metal saw blade and nods. You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Aww.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg! Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves
Yeah,
as
I like all these guys. I would be
music
friends with them.
organisers.
These are the boys I would go hang out with.
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
In
You
the
see,
pipeline.
We've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
No, that's fine. The place is pretty
Which
bad.
brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
An attempt to pander to your perceived conservative sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like narcomania with a straight face. Don't fall for it.
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads! Burnouts! Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Reversholt.
Strike that! The word! And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those...
A little weird for punks to be complaining about dopeheads and burnouts. Like, that's not very punk. Sounds like cop shit.
Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
They're spooky. I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Uh-huh.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for. All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
Yes, I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
Yeah, he does just seem like a nice kid.
I had to do it in a hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
Of course.
All right.
It's as if time is frozen somehow. You think you can sense the key moving in the air. Yeah, this is going to be way cool. Blam! Straight in the eye. Straight in the old eye orb. In the looking ball. A stabbing pain. Tears stream uncontrollably from your right.
Can't you see I'm in pain now?
Man, I'm super sorry. That was totally my bad. I got overexcited. Threw him too hard. I'm sorry.
He looks like he's genuinely sorry. He didn't throw them better.
Oh, Jesus. Why can't I say anything
really
else?
am sorry, man. Just take this, okay?
Wow, looks like there's quite a lot there.
I don't want to take money from some punks. But also I could use some money. I don't want to call it pity money either. I don't like any of this situation.
The key?
He is shifting in his spot, uncomfortably, still feeling sorry for the mishap.
We were talking about the padlock, I think. Not long. Like a week, maybe?
Yeah, wouldn't they have starved to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
No one lives forever, baby.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that.
Me too. I shouldn't have that kind of power over another person. I'm not the one with the violence monopoly here. You are. I'm glad that key is out of my hands now.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it. Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses. Well, there's also the machinery.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
Hanafujisaki says
I
hi.
scouted the place back in February. It was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
For this man, even regular silence is awful enough. But that was something greater.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it. Like, you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
Oh, I love My Name is Earl.
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behavior.
Crab man.
Crab man! Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
Crab rave.
The implications of this are too numerous to consider. Proceed with caution. Learn all you can before entering.
1 year anniversary since the last time you played Days Gone. Are you sure about that? Because I did play it like once, like 3 months later after I initially played it. Might have even been more like 6 months later.
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to
Yeah,
some
it probably
substation
was.
too. Probably, very likely.
With a small surge of PEA, alertness fills you, as if to say, this is a dark corner. Look behind it.
It means like one of those rich boy private radio stations. where you can listen to people getting killed on, then jerk off to it. Sick shit.
Not that we would know anything about that. Noid just likes to relay stuff. We're getting derailed here. In short, you can tell to Noid about the machines. He'll tell you more. Well, honestly, I can't, but I am.
Why not? Let's go with that.
Uh-huh.
I'm 70% sure they're substance users. Don't let the technology fool you. Sure. What? Oh yeah, that's a meteor name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it. You know, of Meteo, concerning Meteo. Meteo, a country on Muindi, on the Muindi Isla. Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation.
And
they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian Church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system, no?
doesn't sound like they would appreciate a dance club then, yeah.
You're totally wrong about that.
The Pericarnassian Church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance. Love is hardcore.
You got me there, brother.
Unity.
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
Isn't that the engine this is on?
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters.
Yeah! Yakokata! The place to be!
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving.
Yeah! Let it out! Let the disco happen! Bring the disco into this world! Get this church shit on, and then dance there, motherfucker!
You feel like you could go for a little disco when, or if, they get this club going. You've got it in you.
Yes. What? Yeah, good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scattered the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water. Oh, it's the one they sell at the fuel station. It does, doesn't it?
Told you we have a smell problem.
Ether? I don't smell ether. Do you, Noid?
No.
He sniffs the air, then shrugs. A shrug is good enough for us. Why say it when you can shrug it?
The what now? Oh, the old Ultra. I have a major sinus infection, stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe.
Yeah, you sound fine to me.
Yes, that's all Nosafed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
Nosafed is the shit.
Can I have some?
Yes. What?
Wait, no, that's not what I said. Not now, on to the next thing.
What now? Oh, I have a major sinus infection. Yes.
Nosafed is the shit.
Sure. Here you go, officer. The Noser. Blast away.
I won't take your money, but I will take
He
your health
nods
yillies.
enthusiastically, no doubt, a little relieved.
As always.
Hold on. I definitely have some stuff that helps logic. Got those. Got this. Got this. I'm logicked out of my fucking mind, brother. +4 logic. Let's go.
Hi again.
So,
oh my
how
God.
things going?
Come on, brother.
A number
Yeah!
of things don't add up.
Fuck, that was
Let's
such a
take
low
it.
chance. God, I love gambling. I'm winning.
What things?
He senses something is wrong.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
What do you mean, friend? It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want? And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
Make up your mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether. No shit.
How to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
Come on, that's...
Against the law?
I meant to say, not true. That's... Come on, I meant to say, not true. What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing. The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
I mean, I feel like I should listen to suggestion and do this, but like, I also do care. I don't want to help them set up a drug lab. That seems like a bad idea. The slapping noise is me. Sorry, I'm playing with my AirPods. A little like case.
What do you mean by lenient?
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth, but closes it again. Then finally raises his hands.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not gonna turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revershoal.
Because we are! We totally are!
We just gotta turn it into a speed lab first.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
Harriet, AirPod case, plap, 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 get pregnant, get pregnant, get pregnant,
No,
yeah.
man, they're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
No, you're fine.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
Look, I'm all for you guys setting up a music club, but yeah, no speed lab.
Yeah! I knew it. It's impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for anodic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
Yeah, what's that about a fish?
There needs to be a club for anodic music in there. Needs to.
Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time. We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
This will be nothing. You can hear the ice crack underneath you. Outside, the last century waterfront development is crumbling in the wind. A grape shot
Egghead's great.
falling houses. And so is
Yeah, it really
Riverside
was.
Row and all the houses on Main Row. The old cinema is sinking underneath Villa La Bosse.
What? Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs. We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but. I swear to God. Okay, Egg?
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
Well, you can make it gay, but that's fine.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid? That's fine, man. But I've got to warn ya, our signs are still off. It'll take some time for me to get my sigh on. I'm doing what I can.
It's not easy for him. It probably took him years to get used to Andre.
Yeah.
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
What?
I haven't walked in.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. Right on your cop ledger. You like it? It is cool, but it's also
hi,
more
Orange.
than that.
Yeah, this one's name is just Egghead, yeah.
Noid is a bit disappointed. It's just cool.
The dead guy's smiling. He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is
Doesn't
a
really
lie.
work with my headphones.
So is
Yeah, I know.
death's.
I tried.
Okay.
Why are you giving me low? I bought and paid for these. I'm not giving you a pound of flesh. No, no. Wait, 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 wait. Okay.
The present moment and life are the hardcore.
Animal
The
abuse?
hardcore
No.
expels death.
Just gave me.
Massage my shoulders. You hurt earlier by accident.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was just so excited for you.
I know. Who's the disembodied voice? That's my roommate, Lynn.
Hi, Orange.
Kyria live with someone?
Or maybe he's not dead.
That's the ghost, and you're
Maybe
you're
he's
hearing
just
voices.
really
That's a ghost in your head.
ecstatic about the beats.
I'm happy. Hi.
Heffy would not sound like that.
Or drugged out of his mind.
Hello.
Come to think
No,
of it.
Heffy would sound like. Heffy would kind of sound like the horrific necktie.
I actually sent. No.
Oh, good.
Optional Lynn here.
All of them have Lynn hand except for one.
So it's optional.
Uh-huh. Good. Chat. Abby. That's him. That's my little duder.
No.
I know, I saw him.
I had my phone on there.
Yeah, he is. He likes to sit that way with his like back kind of perched up like that.
Just a majestic little duder.
He is a majestic little duder.
Yeah, Kyria doesn't live with anyone. Kyria's
Yeah.
dead.
That interpretation
up.
holds. I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for? Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery.
Crazy forge he wears gloves, so if they kill him in sleep.
Yeah.
wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign.
like that
Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
You're getting very good at this.
I say editor.
They work towards shark maxing. Sharks are just water puppies, so it's fine.
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it, though.
The sickest. That's perhaps why it should be researched.
Remember, chat, less than 500
Most
packs
of it doesn't exist.
Kingdom Hearts
But there's
funded.
also stuff
Less than
that
100
isn't
packs
allowed
until
to
Nukem is
exist.
funded.
Because the moralists think
What
it's
is it,
too
like 80
dangerous
something?
for the plebs.
Oh, we're definitely.
We'll see.
You'll get 80 packs.
We'll see. I feel like I've kind of wrung everybody dry.
Oh, she's baiting.
I'm not baiting!
I know you're not baiting, which makes it funnier. You have not wrung everyone dry.
Sonic powers, pale-related diseases.
We love you, I know.
Pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff. The hardcore aesthetic is
I
esoteric.
did have some prior
It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
Still 24 packs available to be cleaned on Streamlabs. Yeah, from Zostin it's buying more earlier. Go get your free... Okay. Go get your free packs, chat.
Thank you, Doppelganger.
Okay, that brings us up to 60 packs today. I wasn't
It's
baiting.
not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of science without
you're a
some
master.
adjustment.
When I want to be.
Does it actually feel good, or am I just punching you?
No, it feels good. My hair is getting caught. No, you're good.
NANI? Nah. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment. You heard me.
Okay. Sure, annoyed. Minute I get my check, I'm gonna drown you in packs. I mean, I won't complain. I would be quite happy about that. I just, you know.
Oh, dude, 4 strength, 4 stam, leather belt. Level 18.
Where is the other thing? Usually have a hat on. I guess I should just change that. Should just leave this on. I have this.
Besides, do you think all the Kingdom Hearts girlies in your chat are gonna really get that donation goal going?
Yes. I don't think the Kingdom Hearts girlies in my chat have it in them.
Challenging chat.
Not challenging chat, I just don't think they've got it in them. That's a lot of money.
Overestimating how much more money.
That's a lot of money. Anything more than $20 is a lot of money. And who are you?
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens.
This girl
or
looks like
early
Heather
20s,
Silent Hill.
Kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand.
How many
Hearing
are
you
we at in
approach,
total?
She looks up.
Hold on.
Oh, 1,022, I think.
Let's see.
32.
1,132, yeah. Close to
Told you I
2,400
could
per
do what I
month.
have.
That's ridiculous. That's a lot of money.
Oh. Hello there.
She must be Estelle, the last of the speed freaks, Hossy. It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
No, here's the thing. If I play...
468.
if I play Kingdom Hearts 1, then everybody's going to want me to suffer more, so then the Kingdom Hearts fund will get funded more, right? Like, that's how it's going to work. I can already see it. If we get to 1,600 packs and I play Kingdom Hearts 1 and I hate it and I'm complaining the whole time, then everybody's going to be like, we have to get her to play Kingdom Hearts 2. So then you'll put shit in the Kingdom Hearts fund, and then that'll get me to Kingdom Hearts 2, since I agreed I would play them one at a time if you raise the appropriate amount per game, which was like $400. Jesus Christ. Okay.
I mean, listen, there are games that you can skip, but you really shouldn't.
I hate video games.
You won't need to refresh yourself on the story because her chat is full of Kingdom Hearts girlies. Will instruct her story if she
I hate video games so much.
That's my name. I take it you have met the others. Did they tell you about the church and the club thing? Will you help us? That's cool by me.
She looks prettier all of a sudden. The muscles of her face have relaxed. She must be quite pleased.
Huh?
Is that Heffy or somebody knocking?
Oh, okay. Ah.
So should you.
I do have a hat on.
You don't have to do anything.
I should, and I do.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
Your pulse rises.
I'm not gonna regain authority in her eyes.
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
Fuck the hat.
I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth, which isn't much.
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it.
So true, actually. So true. They're my idiots. So true.
Okay, but I still regret it. I should have been able to control them. And I will in the future. I promise.
Getting rid of the Gollum hat? True.
May I ask? What did you tell them? Thank you. I'll get them under wraps, I promise. Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
No, go ahead and tell me.
I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Hi, Sir Faye. The cells are nice, yeah.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there.
What
He was completely silent.
Level 1 cleric just
Level 1 cleric, thank
resubscribed
you
for
for the
5
resub.
months. Hello.
God, the what the fuck sound is so funny. I told you guys why I use that as the sound, right? It's not just because it's a funny sound from Yakuza. It's because I'm still a little stunned internally whenever anybody decides that they should subscribe to me. The what the fuck is my, like, internal monologue. Like, what? Me? Me? What are you doing?
He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out.
NANI?
End of story.
Isn't it collab time soon? Yeah, it is. Just waiting for everybody to be ready. Genuinely, who else? Like, literally anybody on the platform. But yeah, after this conversation with Estelle, I'm saving and we're ending.
Like a crab, you say?
Ending this, I mean. We're gonna do Dead Island.
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
You're insane? I bite you. Ah, bite.
Why?
It seems too ludicrous for a lie.
I guess so. Anyway, what else? Okay, bye.
We will continue to question her later, probably tomorrow. No, I have not gotten lost today, you fool.